Hello, I'm Gary Quinn, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Live. My special guest is Nejifi Ramirez, a Dutch television presenter and journalist with a passion for storytelling and uncovering impactful social and economic issues. She was born in the Netherlands to Ecuadorian and Chilean parents. Nejifi's multicultural background and fluency in Spanish has shaped her career in journalism. She has worked with major broadcasters such as SBS, RTL, and NOS Jornal, and is now a presenter and the program maker at WNL, where she leads discussions on economy, entrepreneurship, and innovation. She currently hosts Stan van Nederland, exploring key social economic issues after the generation, along with her show on Dutch sustainable innovations, highlighting the Netherlands' leadership in sustainability. Beyond journalism, Nejifi is a passionate salsa dancer, using it to stay active, connected, and expressive. Her love for her family and culture and creativity is at the heart of everything she does. Don't go away. I'll be back with the dynamic Nejifi Ramirez. Welcome to the show, Nejifi. I'm so happy to have you.
Wow. Thank you for this nice introduction. I think nobody introduced me this way. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you have such an incredible journey, and when we met, I was already taken aback by just your warmth and your vibration in really being authentic. And I think that's what audiences really take away from you. What was this catalyst that got you started in the journalism? Because I know you were born in the Netherlands, but was there something that happened that said, I want to go into this profession?
Yeah, before I answer that question, I want to just make a little disclaimer, because English is not my native language, so I'll try my best to express myself the best way I can. But have a little patience with me. Yes, I was born in the Netherlands, exactly, and I started journalism after my high school, but it wasn't a natural way to go to choose this profession, because when I was younger and in high school, I was very fascinated about art. Dance, music, and this kind of things. Theater. I did a lot of theater as well. So my first choice actually was to go and do an art school or a theater school. But that didn't work out the way I wanted. So I looked further. And then one day I came to the School of Journalism, or the Academics of Journalism. I think you call it the University of Journalism. And I was fascinated about the cameras and all the lights and the studio. So I thought, okay, this is also a stage where I maybe can tell my story. So I started journalism, but actually I wasn't not that into politics or economics or social, the society problems. So I started journalism because I wanted to tell a story, but not because I was really into the material. So during my study, I developed that. And then I thought, oh, this can be quite interesting, because I not can only tell my story, but also the story of others, and the story of, what's going on in the world. So, so that's why I got fascinated by journalism.
Wow. Do you think that there was also a sense of you manifested this because you loved not necessarily the theater, but the whole, let's say, connection with people and that kind of vibration? I think that's what might have connected it.
Yeah, maybe it did, but I realized it way after my studies. I think So during my studies, I got very involved in the whole journalism thing. Oh, sorry, this was my cat, actually.
Your cat. What's your cat's name?
This is Flakka.
Flaka.
I have two cats, Flakka and Sansa. So maybe they pop in sometimes in the screen. I hope you don't mind.
No.
Um,
Do you think also what was it like your very first job in journalism? Were you scared? Were you excited? What was the feeling you were feeling?
yeah, so I didn't start on screen. I actually started the first 5, 6 years behind screen, so as a desk editor. And my first job was, I was very nervous and very insecure. And well, yeah, because I didn't get from a really natural background of journalism. I really had to, well, like I said, I just got involved during the study, actually. So I was very insecure about that because all of my colleagues or all of my fellow students, they were really determined and already knew that what they wanted to do. And I was, well, still searching in this. So when I started my first job, I was very insecure, but I came to a place you mentioned earlier, SBS. That was my first job. And they were very, I would say, old school journalism. So they did everything very secure and very precise. And that helped me, well, to build confidence and to do the things very precise and very secure and very, yeah. It was a very good learning school, I think. So, yeah, at first I was very insecure and scared to start this job.
And also, did you do anything to build your confidence? Were you doing any meditation, yoga, exercise?
Yeah, so I'm always very busy
Active.
with my body.
Uh-huh.
I'm very active, exactly. And yeah, I did also, I have a period, I did a lot of yoga, but I always danced. From little on, I danced classical ballet, I did flamenco, and now I'm doing salsa, but I always was dancing. And no, that's a nice, that's a nice picture. Um, yeah. So and now and also did yoga. Yeah, yeah, as well.
What was
Yeah,
Nejifi? What
that
was the
helped me a
most
lot.
exciting interview that you have done so far? That was a
Ooh.
super highlight.
Oh, that's a difficult question. What was it? Oh, well, I think one of my first live interviews was with the new mayor of Amsterdam. And it we were live with a local station that was. So I worked a lot of years as a desk editor, but then I went in front of the camera because they asked me to do a screen test, and I passed it, and then suddenly everything fell together. I was like, oh my God, this is what I have to do in my life. So at this point, I we had an opening of a new metro line in Amsterdam, and the mayor, who was also new, was opening this metro line, and we were live at that moment. And it was also, I think, one of well, maybe my first time live on television. Like, it was super excited. But the mayor, who is Femke Halsma, she's still the mayor of Amsterdam. She was very nice to me. So luckily for me, and also we were all in a good mood because we were waiting for years for this metro line to open. So yeah, this will always be in my memories. This is a very nice, yeah, nice interview
What
with the
was what
mayor.
was your worst interview that
Ooh.
went upside down or that didn't go as you thought, but you made it anyway?
Ooh, oh, this is also a tough question. Oh, I try not to remember. I think no, I no, I cannot recall.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have you found that being able to speak Spanish has helped your career, or actually are you using it in any of your journalism?
Yeah. So not always, but sometimes it's very helpful. I had this story. This was back in the days when I was still a desk editor, actually. So at one point, it's not such a nice story, but at some point, two Dutch people, a couple, were missing in Spain. They went there for fertility reasons. She wanted to get pregnant, and she went there to a clinic, and somehow they disappeared. So, well, the media went also on it, and then my boss said to me, "Well, you speak Spanish, right? Well, maybe you should go with the reporter to help her to get the story right." So at this point, it was very helpful. Yeah, and the story didn't end well because the couple eventually found dead. They were murdered, so it was not such a nice story. But at that time and place, it was very helpful that I spoke Spanish because I could investigate with local people. I could directly speak to authorities there, where other media, Dutch media, yeah, they didn't have this advantage.
What you have a close-knit family. Do you see them regularly, or do they? How do you find that brings you a sense of spiritual connection, or you feel this love from the family?
Yeah, definitely. We have a very close family. So, like you said, like you mentioned earlier, my father is from Chile, my mother is from Ecuador, and they moved here, I think, almost 45, 46 years ago, as immigrants. And they started a family here. And this family was actually all we had. So there are the five of us. I have one more uncle also in the Netherlands, but the rest of my family is living abroad. So the family we had here in the Netherlands were very close. And what's also thanks to my mother, because she's like like the we say la gallina que protege a los pollitos. We say it in Spanish.
The chickens.
The chicken who
the
protects
babies.
her little babies. Yeah, she was like always holding us together and always planning once, twice a week when we were living outside the house to come to eat in with the whole family. So yeah, she is really a big part of the holding the family together.
You know, there was an article that said that the Dutch people are the most happiest people in the world.
Really?
Would you say that would be true? And I found that to be so.
Mm-hmm. You found that to be so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I came to, I mean, all the people in the Netherlands are always so happy, and they're never
Really?
depressed, or they don't seem so intense like in certain other countries.
Well, maybe they're not that extreme, or they don't show it. Because I think Dutch people are very reserved in showing their emotions. It's always like steady. But I'm not sure if it's inside the house. It's the same.
Same.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
But I think from the outside, it looks very happy and steady. Yeah.
What does happiness mean to you, Nejifi? What would you say?
Wow. Yeah.
What's happiness mean?
I think happiness for me is family, love, health, and to be able to be free and live your life like you want to live it. Yeah, I think that is happiness.
How about what is your definition of love? True love.
Wow, true love. I think true love is the connection you make with somebody. Well, first of all, with yourself. I think you should love yourself first, and have this self-love. And then I think if you found this love, you can also give it and receive it. So true love is true connection, true freedom also, and also action. And that I mean to be there for somebody unconditionally, to show up whenever you're needed. to support whenever you need it. So, yeah, I think it's action. Love is action.
Absolutely. What has been the biggest lesson that you've learned so far in your life?
Also. I think it took me a while, but I realized that nothing is forever. And that is the bad things will pass, but also good things can pass. And so everything passes. That's actually my life lessons, I think, because my childhood was very good. I had a very nice childhood, very loving childhood. So I grew up with also with this thought that everything is okay and everything is possible for everybody. But then you grow up and then you realize, yeah, sometimes things don't go the way as you want, or don't result the way you want, or you have, bad things happen to people. So I really had to realize, okay, this happens to me now. This is terrible, but it will pass. And also good things. I had some very nice opportunities in my career or in my love life or whatever. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is forever. But unfortunately, it isn't. So everything passes. And I think you have to, once you realize it, you will enjoy the moment more when you have it. But also accept it easier when it's not there anymore.
And also, Nejifi, I think sometimes when it looks like a negative thing that happens, it's actually a positive thing when you look back and you say, oh, that's why that happened. And you, at the moment, you might say, oh, no, this is bad, but it might not be bad.
Yeah, exactly. I think everything happens for a reason. And when one door closes, another will open. So, yeah, I hope to have this positive thought about this.
Good. Knowing what you know, if you could go back and talk to yourself as when you were 13 years old, what would you say to that 13-year-old Nejifi about her journey moving into the future?
Yeah. I think I would say, don't worry. It will be fine. Don't worry, work hard, but know your boundaries. Always say what your ambitions are. Don't be scared. It will be fine.
Good,
I would say that.
Good. I know that you're hosting this show, Stan van Nederland. Has that been something that's been enjoyable? Are you looking to actually interview more people? Or is there a goal that you want to do a documentary series or something that is burning inside?
Yeah, so no, I'm really happy with the program I'm hosting now. Like you said, it's a social economic program, which and the topics are very. I can almost do any topic I want, so it's very creative. It's a lot of research, so I really like it. It's also a 20-minute program, so we can really go in the depth of it. So I really like this, but I'm now in a time of my life that maybe I would like to make something very personal, like my story or my background or my history. And I'm in a searching field still, what I want to do. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a documentary, but I want to tell a personal story at this moment. But I'm still searching how and which way.
Excellent. Well, I am so thrilled to have you and your amazing light in the Netherlands and in the world.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best. And I look forward to seeing you when I'm there in May. And
yes,
and
you should visit me.
Yes, we will get together for sure. And and I want you to really just keep your energy high vibration and just keep doing what you're doing. And thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I hope all your viewers, not only in America and in the world, but in the Netherlands, will be able to have a slice of your energy.
Well, thank you so much, Gary, for this great opportunity, for having me here. Yeah, thank you. And I'm really looking forward to see you again in the Netherlands.
Muchas gracias, mi amor.
A usted.
Okay. I'm Gary Quinn. Thank you for joining me on this special edition of Ready, Set, Live.